We're here for Sound on Sound at Musikmesse 2015 on the Modal electronics booth with Paul Maddox. He's going to show us the 001. So, Paul, this is a lot like the 002 that we saw, was it last year?
Exactly, yeah.
So, what's this one about? And for people who don't know the 002, what's this all based on?
So, we built 002, which is a digital analog hybrid. So we had DCOs, these are NCOs, so they are effectively a variable sample rate oscillator, so we don't get any problems with aliasing or bandwidth limiting of the shapes of our waveforms. So we're not skimping on harmonics. We've got a transistor ladder filter based on a classic design, but you can morph it from 4-pole through bandpass to 1-pole, which is quite unique. And then we've got VCAs, so we've got a digital analog hybrid.
Okay, cool.
Now 002 was a 12-voice polyphonic version. It's quite expensive because basically there's a lot of electronics involved in making 12 voices.
Of course, yeah.
A lot of people wanted something smaller, something more accessible, so we brought out 001, which is a 2-voice, and it's a true 2-voice polysynth. It's not a paraphonic, it's proper duophonic.
So Paul, do you want to show us some of what the synth can do?
Yeah.
See if you can out-synth Jordan Rudess over there.
Yeah, that would be cool. So the first sound I'm going to show you is one I made up called Resonant Base. It uses 2 voices in a stack mode. So these are 2 voices that play the same note, but they're slightly detuned. So you've got... we've got the same aftertouch velocity-sensitive keyboard as the 002, so you can route aftertouch to filters, slope, drive, all sorts of really cool things. I've got a simple sawtooth sound here, so it's 1 oscillator, but it's in polyphonic mode, so you can proper polyphonic.
Making use of those 2 voices.
Yeah. We got simple squares. Again, it's just 1 oscillator playing. We've got a lot of very complicated pads. This one, which is showing the slope parameter of the filter. So this is a 1-pole. This is 4-pole. Sorry. This is the bandpass mode, and then this is the 1-pole mode. So there's lots of different types of filter you can get, and you can get anywhere in between. So it's not just a fixed 4-pole filter. If the 4-pole's a bit too boomy, you can just roll a bit off towards bandpass. If you want something behind me and big and fizzy, you can have a 1-pole sound. Okay. We've got a 2-track sequencer. Each track has 12 rows and 32 steps. A row can be a note, or it can be any parameter on the synth.
Right,
so you can do that. We've also got the Arpeggiator.
So it's sort of evolving sounds, that sort of thing?
Yeah, if you want. We've also got a thing called the Animator, which is much the same as a step sequencer, but it starts when you press a note. So, and it's MIDI syncable. And that, again, has got 12 rows. So you can have any 12 parameters. When you press it, start changing the thing. So you can do the sort of wavetable-y things or change filter cutoffs, but in a controllable way. It's much more flexible than a 3rd LFO.
So can we hear how that Animator sounds then?
Yeah, certainly. So I've got here a very simple sine wave sound. What I've done is turn the Animator on and set it up so there's 8 steps playing, and it's changing the waveform of the oscillator. So, but because there's 1 per voice, if I play them at different times, you can get quite complex rhythms going. And it's MIDI syncable as well, so I can adjust the tempo or slow it right down. And each step can have a different length, and as I say, can be any parameter on the synth. You can have up to 12 parameters changing at the same time.
Brilliant. So, how much is this going to cost then, and when's it going to be available?
So we're expecting this to be available in the next 4 or 5 weeks. The retail price, including VAT, is going to be £16.50 pounds. Yeah. So much more accessible than the other one. 2 voices. Of course, we've got our internet connectivity. It's multi-timbral now as well, so you can have a bass sound and a lead sound.
Oh, cool.
And we've also got a web page editor. So if you run out of control on the front panel, you can bring up your iPad and you can see all the sound parameters and you can tweak them in real time.
Fantastic. Great. Thanks very much, Paul.
Thank you. Cheers.